Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Sunday's Stock Watch, series I post on Sundays where I let you guys know what stocks I'm personally keeping an eye on going into the trading week. As you guys know, the two sectors I'm by far the most bullish on right now are Bitcoin and biotech related stocks. So those will be our focuses today. Let's get into it. As always, we'll go over each topic that we're going to be discussing, and then we'll dive into each one individually. In front of us, you guys know the drill, Trading View, where we will be looking at the following charts today, in this order, going down the watch list. Riot Blockchain, Marathon Patent Group, Overstock, Moderna, and Sorrento. So, in Friday's video, did leave you guys hanging a little bit. All of these stocks killed it last week. They performed extremely well going into the weekend, and we talked about last week's price action. So I promised you guys I would let you guys know in this video where I think these are going this week. And let me tell you guys right now, I'm bullish on all of these. I'm excited about each of these positions going into the week, and yeah, that's why we're talking about them today. So this video will pretty much be entirely focused on TradingView, on taking a look at the charts, sticking to the technicals, and yeah, talking to you guys about where I think these are going in terms of future potential price action. So very excited to spend some time on each of these with you guys today. The only other thing I want to look at with you guys today is pretty much just to put it on your radar. So the cryptocurrency sector obviously has been on a tear lately, and Bitcoin has slowed down a little bit over the weekend. Obviously, Bitcoin's still the king. Bitcoin's still looking very strong in my eyes, but altcoins this weekend specifically are on a tear. You can see XRP up 42.74%, up almost 75% in the last week alone, going absolutely parabolic if you look over here. So we're not going to get technical here, you guys. If you are interested in this though, I did post a video analysis from a fundamental perspective, just like a deep dive analysis, I'll call it, on XRP probably a month and a half, 2 months ago. So you guys go check that out if you're interested in XRP. I have been a fan and a hodler of XRP since 2017, and it's exciting to see a friend of the channel, and again, many of the other players, Ethereum, Chainlink as well, doing extremely well, popping off. So super exciting. We will go into these next week. I just wanted to put this on your radar, and also let you guys know that this is kind of some foreshadowing in my eyes as to what I think could happen in terms of blockchain, crypto, Bitcoin related stocks going into this week. So that is how I'll tie this into stocks like Riot, Mara, Overstock, Canaan, MicroStrategy, some other super exciting plays in the blockchain crypto sector of the equity market. So very bullish here, you guys. Again, we'll talk about these in a crypto convo next week. Just wanted to put it on your radar. Before we dive into Riot and all these other beautiful stocks, I will ask you guys to please give the video a like if you do go on to gain value from it today, or if you're invested in any of the stocks we're talking about today. If you're excited for the week ahead as well, I definitely am. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, want to catch more content like this, and of course, check out my complete portfolio daily newsletter. First link in the description, you guys. Portfolio fam, huge shout out to you guys. Let's hope this week is equally as exciting as last week. That is going to be tough. Don't get your hopes up for that one. But again, I'm very confident going into this week, and I'm excited to spend it with a lot of you guys. So first link in the description if you're interested in joining the Waves family for real. I truly appreciate it if you do. If not, no worries though. Let's get into the charts. So Riot Blockchain, again, last week, what did we close the week? So last week, we were up 50.63% on Riot. Amazing week for Riot. Again, broke this longer term downtrend and immediately went parabolic, really open, like pretty much gapped up. It actually didn't gap up. That's the crazy thing. It's crazy to see a 50% move up without gapping up. Okay, so again, disregard last week, we're focusing on the future. I think it's extremely likely right now because Riot's showing strength. We did see a little correction. We saw a pullback from those highs. So it went from about $6.40 to a low of $5. Pretty significant correction. You're looking at like a 20% correction right there. But then we saw a bounce back, and we see strength. We see this line of that used to be resistance on this ascending channel now being used as a successful line of support. So it is holding strength around this area that was once resistance, using it as support. And you can almost see us kind of printing a bull flag. So here's the flagpole, and we're kind of heading down here. This looks, again, we've covered bull flags a lot on this channel over the course of since like the March lows, since pretty much this entire year. Been seeing a lot of bull flags. Bull flags have been running rampant this year. And this to me looks like another bull flag. So if we don't just kind of continue, like you could also say this is a higher high, and you got a high, you got a low where we're capitulating a little bit, and then we'll see another run up, which I think is likely as well. But it also kind of looks like a bull flag to me. So worst case scenario, I will say, is that we come down to this area because we spent a lot of time since this rally up in this area around like 550, 560. So I think on the low side, that's where we'll go. And again, so a bull flag, obviously a historically bullish pattern, given the name. I'm sure you guys assume that. Flagpole followed by a descending triangle makes that flag shape. I don't want to draw it now just because I want to keep it moving. But if we do, I think on the low end, we'll see like a 550 to 560. But I think it's also very likely that we could just see a continuation and a move right up to this long-term line of resistance on this uptrend. So let's zoom out here, really zoom out, and I'll show you guys why this is drawn. Riot has used this line. This is a very, very strong line of resistance that it began printing since mid-May, since we started talking, or actually that was we started talking about Riot significantly before that. But anyway, this longer term trend, over half a year long, this trend is, and it's used this time. It has what, like 5 or 6 points of contact on this top line of resistance on this longer term trend, this 6-month long trend, and that's super, super exciting to see, you guys. And that's what makes me think it's almost inevitable that we will see Riot test the $7 region. So as we zoom in here, I just want to let you guys know why this line is drawn here. That's this green line, okay? The cyan line is a more conservative trend line, and it is interestingly following, using that as a line of resistance pretty significantly. You can see it bounce off of it pretty close twice. But I do think it's inevitable, just given the strength, just given the fact that it hasn't broken down yet, corrected significantly. I do think it's very likely that we do ultimately come up to test the $7 region. To be specific, 710, 711 prior to seeing a pullback. I do think we could see a pretty significant pullback once we get up to these regions. But also depending on how Bitcoin performs, keep in mind, you guys, this is definitely correlated, not directly correlated as we talked about, but it is definitely correlated to Bitcoin, and the performance of Bitcoin will reflect on the performance of Riot as well. So but still, from a technical perspective, because Riot, a lot of traders are still going to be looking at the technicals at these trend lines, I do expect a pullback around the $7.10 to $7.15 region, give or take a few cents. So that is Riot. I think it's pretty likely that goes down this week. We'll see, though. No promises here, you guys. Always remember, this is just my take. And I am biased. I hold Riot. So I'm biased to the upside, of course. That goes for anything. I always do my best to disregard these innate biases that I know I have. But just this is pretty objective, you guys. I feel like it's pretty solid with all the strength here that we're seeing right now in Riot Blockchain, that we test this ultimate top line of resistance. It's only a matter of time. So if it's not this week, it will be sometime in the near future, and I am confident in that. But remember, not financial investment advice, just my opinion. Moving on, MARA. So both of course Bitcoin miners. If you're not familiar, I'm sure the majority of you guys know that. MARA is back in this ascending channel that we've been printing. This is a little more short term. So since late September, had this beautiful, pretty textbook ascending channel, broke below it for a while, broke below it at the end of October. We've been in it ever since, and we're finally breaking back into this ascending channel. So very good news here. I think it's very likely. This is really simple in my opinion. I think it's very likely that MARA ultimately comes up to test the top side of this channel. And if we test the top side of this channel, very strong ascending channel. Again, a little more short term than a Riot, but I actually like that. And I think that it's very likely that we test, now that we are back in this channel, that we test the top side of this channel. So the downside, I think it's pretty unlikely that we break below it. If we break below it, that's a very bad sign. But just again, because of all the fundamental strength right now going on in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets, I think it's very likely that we test the top side. That would take us to roughly a $4.50 to $4.60 MARA. And when that's going to happen, I don't know. I think it's going to happen before the end of the month. Again, I'm bullish that all this is going to play out this week. So super exciting times. Not much to talk about here aside from the fact that I just think we're going to test the top side of resistance for this channel. So exciting for MARA as well. I think we got a big week ahead for the Bitcoin miners. Let's talk Overstock. So Overstock did very well on Friday. We were up 6%. My calls on Overstock were on absolute fire on Friday, so that was nice to see. Overstock, from a trade perspective, I think this is a very, very simple trade. If you guys day trade, again, I don't day trade. I'm a swing trader. I'm a more macro trader. If you guys want to day trade this, though, I think it's very, very likely for Overstock. And we see a similar pattern in SRNE as well, which I'll actually show you, and we'll get to at the end. But very, very long-term downtrend. So you see this long-term downtrend that we've been printing since like late August, and I think it's almost inevitable. Again, it's surprising that Overstock isn't doing better, because it has in the past, in like the 2017 bull rally, the bull run of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets. Overstock was highly correlated to the crypto markets, and it's not showing that now. And the reason it's correlated, a lot of people know Overstock obviously is kind of like a discount Amazon. They sell like furniture and home goods and stuff. which is actually on fire right now. So they're doing very good in that realm. But they also have a cryptocurrency exchange app called T0, and their founder is very into crypto. Their team really likes crypto, and again, they own a crypto exchange, which is slowly becoming lucrative for them. So that's huge too. That is why they show correlation to the cryptocurrency markets, if you guys aren't familiar, because it does sound weird if you guys don't know that. But from a technical perspective, Overstock, I think it is extremely likely that we come up to test this longer term line of resistance on this downtrend. That would take us from where we're at now at $61 to about, again, say it hits it this week. Say it hits it November 23rd, 24th. That would take us to about a $66 Overstock. Again, if you guys want to day trade this, quick little day trade here. I think it's likely that that might happen on Monday. So keep an eye out on Monday. If we hit I think it's inevitable that we bounce off this. Definitely use this as a line of resistance. But I also think it's very possible for us to break out to the upside as well, just because Overstock has shown strength before. Remember, you guys, Overstock has corrected super significantly. It had an insane year. I think Overstock like 10x this year. Again, very lucky to be involved. It's been a part of my stock portfolio for a long time as well. So definitely did get to reap some of the rewards from this. Had some calls too that killed it, but it's corrected significantly. High of 130 back in August. It is now, again, at 60, over a 50% correction. So once you see a 50% correction after a rally, it's usually not a bad time to consider establishing, adding on to your current position or establishing a new position, because obviously a lot of people know about Overstock. Obviously it has a lot of attention, and I do think it's inevitable that at some point the fundamentals do catch up, and it does gain some sort of correlation with the cryptocurrency markets once again. So again, if we break out of this downtrend, I am definitely going to be a lot more bullish on Overstock than I am now. Very short term, I think we could see another nice like $4 or $5 move up in Overstock this coming week. So that's exciting. Again, you guys, I will keep you guys posted on this. But if Overstock does break out of this long-term downtrend, similar to Marathon Patent Group, this thing, and Riot, this thing will very likely pop off. So on to biotechs, closing out the crypto markets. Biotechs, Moderna is just looking so strong right now, you guys. Again, COVID cases are up. All eyes are on COVID. People want save the world stocks, especially while the equity markets are going down. So you guys, keep in mind, the more money that flows out of sectors that have been super exciting, like tech, even not tech, like oil, literally any other sector of the market that's not biotech or crypto, a lot of the money that flows out of those sectors will want to reallocate that capital to more exciting sectors like biotech and crypto, and that's what we've been talking about a lot. And keep in mind, you guys, these stocks are very small. Like in the grand scheme of things, especially crypto, the crypto market is still minuscule, especially Riot and Mara, like sub $1 billion companies. It does not take much capital inflow to those stocks to absolutely skyrocket the individual share price, which is what we're seeing on Riot and Mara, and that's why you're seeing crazy volume on both of those. But Moderna, again, you guys, Moderna is, in my mind, still the leader in this vaccine race. Their vaccine, by every metric, seems better than Pfizer's from a practicality and maybe not efficacy. Efficacy is to be argued, but from a practicality standpoint, because it doesn't have to be frozen in transport, that's huge. Like that's huge. Again, just from a logistics perspective. So Moderna looking very good. I think it's inevitable, you guys. Similar to how Riot has a very long-term line of resistance on this overall uptrend. Moderna, you can see one point of contact here, May 19th, B-Day. Good day for the boys. That was a great birthday present earlier this year. July 17th, second point of contact, and I think it's inevitable that we once again test this top line of resistance on this absolute uptrend and set a new all-time high at about $114 if we hit it by the end of the month. And I think that's, you guys, I think that's very possible. On a short term, you're seeing the two waves, the good old two-wave theory that we have trademarked here on this channel. First wave up, you see that bubble from the first wave pop a little bit. You see some capitulation, strong capitulation at that. You see a lot of investor interest, and a lot of people want a piece of this because they know it's the future. Moderna is still small as well. Moderna is a $38 billion company, you guys. Keep in mind, Pfizer is a $200 billion plus company. And Moderna, from a fundamental perspective, does have an entire pipeline of vaccines that are ready to be rolled out after this mRNA technology-based vaccine proves to be effective and is cleared by the FDA. That opens the floodgates for the rest of their pipeline that they've been working on for years now. Okay, so Moderna fundamentally very bullish, technically very bullish. I think, again, now that it's in this uptrend, it has this strength. You're seeing crazy volume on Moderna right now. I think it's inevitable. Again, keep in mind, this is just my opinion. This thing could crash tomorrow. I don't know. But I think it's very, very likely we test this absolute top line of resistance on Moderna. And again, that would take us to like the $115 region in the near future. Closing it off, Sorrento. So Sorrento is, again, you guys, this is, I'm not necessarily bullish on Sorrento right now because we are definitely reaching a day of reckoning for Sorrento. So two things can either play out. Again, I told you guys this was very similar to Overstock. So we can see here, very similar to Overstock. Actually, I didn't know that the time horizons were so similar as well. August 10th, I think Overstock was what, August 20th. So August 10th is when Sorrento peaked at almost $20. That's crazy, you guys, because now it's over 50% correction, similar to Overstock as well, around $7.50 right now, and it was actually significantly greater than that. It went down to $5. So you're looking at a 75% correction in Sorrento. Crazy, but it is still in a downtrend. It's important. Even though we had a great week, what were we up on the week for Sorrento? Sorrento was up 17% this week. So great week for Sorrento. But keep in mind, you guys, we are still technically in a downtrend, and we actually did come up to test this line of resistance. This on the again, downtrend. It's still in a downtrend from a technical perspective, and we did almost come up to test this. So super close, you guys. I would consider that pretty much a test, but we're really coming to an intersection, an apex right here. So you can see this this line of support that it's going on the short-term uptrend. This is a very long-term downtrend. And we're coming to a triangle. Again, just a point of contact right here. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'll call it an apex. I think that's a correct terminology there. But I think it's very likely that we reach a day of reckoning by November 24th. So either Sorrento breaks down or breaks out. Obviously, that's not very helpful to you guys, but I will say that in my opinion, because I'm so fundamentally bullish on Sorrento and I do believe in their long-term prospects. We've talked about Sorrento so many times on this channel, and I really like this company. I think this is a great company fundamentally. I think everything they're working on is great. I think they are making tangible progress, like we just talked about in the last biotech boom episode. And I'm very bullish on Sorrento, and my bias is towards the upside. Again, you guys, I am biased. I'm positioned in these. I like these stocks from a fundamental perspective. I want them to succeed. But again, you guys, this one's a little less objective than Riot and Mars, some of these other plays. But I just have a feeling. I have a feeling that Sorrento will break up to the upside as opposed to the downside. I think the upside potential for Sorrento is significantly greater than the downside, and that's pretty much all you need to know when you're talking investments, right? Is the upside? Does the upside potential outweigh the downside risk? Okay, so we'll call it there, you guys. Again, Sorrento, this one's kind of a cliffhanger as well. So we will, of course, talk about this in another biotech boom episode, Stock Talk, this week. We will go into a crypto convo covering some of these other exciting plays in the crypto sector, and I'm super excited for the week to come, you guys. So let me know in the comments down below what stocks you're specifically excited about this week. What do you think is going to be, what do you think is going to be the biggest winner of the stocks we covered in not only this, just in general, maybe of these two? Like, let me know what you guys think is going to be the biggest winner of the week among these 5 stocks and in your portfolio, in your perspective. It could be a stock we've never talked about before. Just let me know. Always love talking to you guys. Always love learning from you guys. And yeah, I'll catch you downstairs. So until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.